Hey guys, Daniel Schlar. I'm here with Emily Rodriguez. She's my 28-year-old client for today, and we'll be performing a full body exercise. So we're going to begin with a warm-up. So Emily, what we're going to do is we'll be doing some light jogging, just up and down the gym, some arm circles, and some leg swings. How's that sound?
Good, that sounds good.
Okay, awesome. So Emily, if you like, we can just start jogging between the wall here and the bench, and we'll just jog back and forth, just to warm up here.
Okay.
So we can slightly elevate the heart rate. Nice, Emily, well done. Alright, Emily, go for about another jog there and back. And that should do it, Emily. What we're going to do is just some arm swings. So if you like to rotate your shoulders forward in a circular motion, we'll do that for about 10 seconds. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll swing it around the other way. Okay. Awesome, Emily, well done. Okay, so for our final warm-up set, what we're going to do is just some leg swings. So if you'd like to grab onto the bike here, a nice secure surface, and swing your legs back and forth, keeping a nice straight knee. It's a nice dynamic stretch that will activate your quads, your glutes, and your hamstrings. We're going to go for about 12 reps each leg. 10, 11, and we'll swap sides. So we can turn around the other leg, and with the inside leg, we'll proceed with the leg swings. Third of the way through, halfway, two to go, and rest, okay. And Emily, how are you feeling?
Feeling warm.
Feeling nice and warmed up?
Nice and warm up.
Okay, awesome. So we're ready to move on to the main component of the session?
Yes, ready to move.
Fantastic. All right, well Emily, what we're going to be doing today is a full body workout, and the aim here is to improve your cardiovascular health and promote some fat loss. So what we'll actually begin with is some light jogging on the treadmill. How's that sound?
Okay, sounds okay.
Okay, awesome. Let's get into it. So Emily, actually to proceed with safe measures off the treadmill, what I'm going to do is actually start it at a really slow pace. Have you used a treadmill before?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to start at a really slow pace. We'll just get used to the walking motion, and as you feel like you're increasing with the warm-up, and as you feel comfortable, we'll sort of gauge as to how difficult this may be with different settings, and we'll find one that's appropriate for you to sustain a fast jog for about 2 minutes. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Okay, fantastic. So let's just apply this safety clip onto your shirt here, Emily, just in case we go falling off, it'll come to a complete stop with the treadmill. The one thing that we want to avoid is any unnecessary injuries or risks. So if there's any point throughout this exercise that you feel a little bit unsafe, or you feel we're going a little bit too fast, please do voice your opinion and we'll dial back. But of course, I'll be asking plenty of questions and we'll proceed with caution. How's that sound?
It's good. I feel comfortable.
Awesome, Emily. So just while we're got our feet off the treadmill, I'll select start. It's going to begin at a very slow pace. So let's just get used to that. And we'll go just a little bit faster. How's that so far?
It's good. Yeah.
Feeling good?
Feeling good.
Okay, awesome. Were you comfortable to go a little bit quicker?
Yeah. Comfortable to try.
Okay, let's give it a go. So we're going to our setting of 6 here. We can proceed with a light jog. And that's a setting of 7. How do you feel?
Good. I think that's good.
That's a good one?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll stick to that. Do you feel like you're able to sustain this for about 2 minutes then?
Yeah, I can try.
Okay, well, let's give it a go. If it starts to get a little bit challenging and starts to get a little bit difficult, let me know and we can make a regression.
Okay.
Awesome. So just while we're doing this treadmill, Emily, what we're going to do is slow deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. We'll ensure that we continue with our breathing and get it as adequate as possible. Alright, Emily, well done. We're going to go for another 30 seconds. Another 15 seconds. Got another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll slow down the pace to a nice comfortable walking pace. And how's that?
That was good.
So we're aiming for moderate level of intensity with today's workout plan. Would you say that was a moderate intensity on the treadmill?
Yeah, moderate to intensive.
Okay. And we'll stop that there and we'll move on to our next exercise.
Thank you.
Awesome. Alright, so just caution with your step as you're stepping off the treadmill. Beautiful. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, Emily, as mentioned, it's a whole body workout. So now that we've attended a bit to our legs and we're working on our cardiovascular fitness, we also want to work on our strengthening a little bit. So we'll be doing some bicycles today, we'll be doing some bodyweight squats, and we'll be doing some dumbbell rows for your back. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Okay. So to perform an effective bicycle, Emily, what we're going to do is just have our elbows tucked into our hips. And we're going to get a slight little bend in the knee just to aid our posture and our stance, make it a little bit comfortable. Chest out, shoulders back, elbows tucked right in. And we're going to move the dumbbells all the way up to our chest and back down to our starting position here, which is where our arms are at 180 degrees. How does that sound?
Good. I think I can do it.
Okay, well let's give it a go. Fantastic. Right, Emily, so we're going to start off nice and light and just assess where our current capabilities are. Fantastic, great range of motion. We're going to get all the way down, back to our starting position and back up. Well done. So keeping that elbow right by our hip and the arms shouldn't be moving. It's just a motion similar to a door handle where the elbows hinge at the joints. Emily, we're going for 12 reps. So far this is now rep number 4. 5, how are we feeling so far?
Good. Good.
Feeling good? Awesome. Let's proceed, halfway through. 7, make sure that we keep that breath work nice and consistent, so breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. And give me 3 more. 2 to go, Emily. And last one, let's go all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, and up. Nice, slow, moderate pace, and release. Right, Emily, fantastic. And how were they?
Good.
Easy,
It was a good race.
easy, moderate, or challenging?
Moderate.
Moderate,
Maybe
okay.
to challenge. The middle
Okay.
part. Middle
So
part.
in between moderate and challenging.
Yeah.
And are you happy with the intensity of the session?
Yes, I'm happy with the intensity.
Okay, and we'll
section.
proceed with a similar intensity for the rest of the day.
Yes.
Fantastic. And how did you find the bicep curls? Where did you feel those?
I felt here in the back
Okay.
and a little bit in the front.
Okay, so in the biceps and a little bit in the triceps.
Yes.
It can make sense for you to feel in the triceps because it is a stability exercise where you're holding 3 weights. And one of the main stability muscles in your arm is your triceps. That's a core and key function that they do. So of course, while you're stabilising all that weight, especially since you're keeping the elbow tucked right into your hip without any arm spinning motions, you probably could feel it in the tricep, especially on the way down when you're in extension. Okay, awesome. So the next exercise, Emily, is we'll give your upper body just a little rest before we come back to the rows. We're going to be doing some bodyweight squats.
Okay.
So let's just start with our feet shoulder width apart. Chest out, shoulders back, squeezing our core, so activating the core, keeping it nice and tight, squeezing your glutes, slight little hinge at the hips, and our arms will be right by our sternum. When you're ready, what we're going to do is squat to 90 degrees and back up, but nice and slow. So we'll keep a nice slow pace, just like that, so control that tempo. Awesome, well done. And we should be feeling that right here in the quads and a little bit in the glutes. Is that where we're feeling it?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. So squats is a fantastic resistance exercise which helps you build all that strength in your legs. Base of our goal session, that was a key goal of ours, is to gain toning, increase muscle and strength in the legs. So are you happy with this exercise so far?
Yes, I'm happy.
Perfect, okay. For the next couple of weeks, Emily, we'll keep this consistent and we'll keep it in our exercise program. We have 2 more reps to go. That's right, doing very well. And last one. And we can rest. How's that?
That sounds good. I'll have water.
Okay, well, no worries. Let's have a sip of water. We'll take a little bit of time just to rest. And when you're feeling comfortable to proceed with the session, what we're going to do is some rows with the dumbbells. So maybe while you're resting, I'll demonstrate some dumbbell rows for you.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is have one of our knees on the bench just like so. So if I go with my left knee, I'll also place my left palm on the bench. And what I'm going to do is grab one of my dumbbells, bend my knee a little bit, core tight, glutes activated, chest facing the floor, head in a nice neutral position, tucking my elbows in, and with the dumbbell I'm going to roll it all the way to my rib cage and down, just like so. We're going to go for 10 repetitions per arm. Okay, fantastic. Well, Emily, come over here and let's go through that together. We'll give it a go. Okay. Right, good positioning so far. Then we'll just get this foot just a little bit wider. We'll bend the knee, brace your core, activate your glutes. We'll keep your shoulder blades back, your chest out, elbows tucked in. Nice big row, and you want to activate your scapula here by squeezing it in as much as you can. So this is a fantastic back exercise here just to increase your strength and endurance. Awesome, Emily, it's halfway through, we've got 6 to go. Before we go, Emily, so make sure we're squeezing right here through the shoulder blades. And last one, big row and rest. Alright, and how's that? Easy, moderate, challenging?
Moderate to challenging.
Moderate to challenging, okay, fantastic. So what we're going to do now is we'll face the other way and we'll do your opposite arm. So we'll work out the left arm. So maybe what you want to do is we can do it on the same side.
Okay.
So you can come here and we can now place our right knee on the bench and our right hand on the bench. Let's give that a go. Alright, now we're going to work out the left arm. So we'll bend the knee just a little bit more. So maybe head just looking towards my fingers here. Core tight, glutes tight, and right. So activate your scapula and a nice big pull. 2, fantastic. So we can do the same amount of reps on this arm as we did on the previous arm, Emily, which is 12 reps. And where are you feeling that?
My back near to the scapulas.
Next to the scapula? Okay, fantastic, Emily. Awesome. 5, 4 to go. 3, 2, and last one. Okay. And rest. Alright, Emily, easy, moderate, challenging.
Moderate to challenging.
Moderate to challenging. Did you find there was a difference between the left arm and the right arm?
Yeah.
What did you notice?
I noticed on the left arm. I noticed on the right arm I had more difficult.
It was a little bit more challenging on the right arm. Okay. Are you typically right-handed or left-handed, Emily?
Right.
Okay. And you found it a little bit more challenging in the right arm?
Yeah. To the back.
Have you had any prior injuries at all that we should be aware of, maybe within the arms themselves?
No.
Okay.
I'm actually left hand, sorry.
Oh, you're left-handed?
Yeah,
okay. So that could, no, that's all right. So that could make sense, Emily. So if you're left-handed, we're probably a little bit more dominant, have a bit more strength in the left than we do on the right, which is why this is a fantastic exercise for us to implement, is so that muscle imbalance can sort of diminish between your left side and your right side. You can aim for a little bit of symmetry and we'll get that similar strength in both sides. But what we want to do in able to achieve that is whatever you do on your left, we should do on the exact same on the right in terms of weight and in terms of reps. Is that pretty clean and straightforward?
Yes.
Fantastic. Alright, Emily, so that's essentially 4 key exercises that we're focusing on today. And how do you find today's session?
Very good. Moderate to challenging, but it's still good.
Awesome. Okay, so we covered a lot of different aspects with our muscle groups. We attended to cardiovascular exercise, which was a jog on the treadmill, which is something that we said we wanted to implement in our training routine. We also ensured that we did some bicep curls because we wanted to tone up those arms a little bit. So that's a great exercise to chuck in there. Seated rows and bodyweight squats. Alright, awesome. So as we did for the warm-up, to get you prepared for the exercise, what we can do now is cool down, just so we bring your body back to baseline and we reduce any risk of injuries.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. Right, Emily, so what we're going to do for the cool down is we're going to do a nice hamstring stretch. So we'll take a seat on the floor. And we'll extend one leg. So we'll extend your right leg out and your left leg will be tucked in just like there. Now with your right arm, we'll grab your right toe. And if you're able to reach, and if you're comfortable doing so, we'll pull back your toe slightly. Awesome, we're going to hold that there for another couple of seconds. And swap legs. Awesome, Emily, well done. So what we're going to do is now stretch out our quads. So we're going to lie down just on our side. We're going to bring our heel to our glute. And with our offset leg, we're going to achieve a nice straight leg. And then we're going to pull this leg back as far as we possibly can. How are we feeling?
Feeling good?
And where are we feeling that stretch?
On the front of my leg, like hip.
Alright, awesome. So right in the quads.
Yeah.
Perfect. Right, so we're going to go around now to the other side. And let's proceed with that stretch, Emily. So bring your heel right back to your glute and we'll try to pull your knee as far away from your body as possible. Awesome, Emily. And since we did a back and arms exercise, we'll just do a stretch accordingly to those muscle groups. So we'll just pop onto our knees, just like so. And we'll grab onto one of your hands. So grab it onto the wrist and we'll lean to the opposite side, and you should feel a nice little stretch through your lats here. Okay, is that where we're feeling it?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. We'll hold for another 3, 2, 1, and swap around to the other side. Holding for another 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, awesome, Emily. Well, that would conclude today's session. Do you have any questions on today's session or any of the exercises that we've done today?
No, all good. Excited for the next one.
Excited for the next one. And how did you find today's session?
Challenging, but keen to do it.
Okay, can you do it? Sweet. Alright, well, Emily, rest up. We spoke about proper nutrition after an exercise session. Really good to get a serving of protein in. You did mention that you're liking your protein from organic sources. So you did mention that you're going to go home now and you've got a muscle chef meal actually in your fridge that you're going to heat up. Alright, so just a reminder, we'll nail that nutrition. I'll text you throughout the week and just see how you're going with your food. And we'll see you next Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.